Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Cypher O here, and today we'll be doing part 6 to What If Deku Had the 10 Tails. So, without any further ado, let's cue the intro. Actually, no, before we get into let me just say one very important thing. I have an announcement for everyone. So, as you know, February starting, I will be posting about every 4 days, but that will be a 4-day gap in between each upload. So, it'll actually be 5 days, so bear that in mind. Also, I'd like you to comment down below, everyone, what you want to see done for my 700 subscriber special. We're getting so close. And if you could, please hit the subscribe button, as I saw that only about 13% of you guys are subscribed. So that other 80%, please go down below, click the subscribe button. It would help this channel out a load, and it would really just help us reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of maybe February, maybe even March. But yeah, without any further ado on my part, let's get right into the video. Okay guys, so this is like 2 days after I recorded the intro to this video. But yeah, so previously on What If Deku Had the 10 Tails, we saw, we saw Izuku going to the Naruto Universe, hiring Boruto's team, completing the cavalry battle with them, and then sending them back. But yeah, so then now we're moving on to the battles. So yeah, the first battle is Deku versus Shinso. So that will go quite similar to Canon, except considering the fact that Izuku's immune to Genjutsu, I'd say he's also immune to, well, mind control and brainwashing. So yeah. Also remember I told you he was as strong as about the Otsutsuki King, or whatever we theorized that guy was. So yeah. Like, Ishiki stands no fucking chance, neither does Kaguya, but let's continue going on. So yeah, Shinso kind of starts berating him, saying how he was lucky to be born with such a good quirk. And then Izuku kind of goes on to tell him that it isn't a quirk, it's Jinchuriki, and that is the power of human sacrifice to seal a demon inside of him. Although he wouldn't refer to him as a demon, he'd say it was the power of human sacrifice to seal a beast, a very powerful being inside of him. So yeah. Because he's got a decent relationship with the 10 Tails, and from what I can tell, the 10 Tails is quite strong, stronger than probably Otsutsuki's at full power. So yeah, but let's continue on. So yeah, the next match is Ochako versus Bakugo, which goes the same as Canon, except maybe Uraraku's a bit worse because she doesn't have that help from Deku. Then it's Ida versus Meihatsume, which, you know, goes to Canon as well. Basically everything goes to Canon except for the fights with Deku. Maybe people do slightly worse, but other than that, so yeah. So Izuku versus Todoroki next. So yeah, the fight goes about with Izuku really doesn't care, because he cares about being a hero, but he doesn't really care about forcing others to be the best selves. Because, I mean, why would he? He's got the 10 Tails, and he knows that even if he used his fire side, he wouldn't stand a chance. So he sees no reason to force him to do that, because he knows he'll eventually grow out this phase of, you know, not wanting to be his strongest self, and eventually he'll be forced to use it anyway. So we'll say that the person that gives him the speech about, using his fire side will be someone else. But I won't tell you who it is until next time. So, yeah. So we're moving on to the next battle. So Deku kind of... So yeah, I'll describe the fight between Deku and Todoroki. So the battle starts off Todoroki sending a massive iceberg towards Deku. Deku dodges around... No, actually, no. Deku disintegrates it with his truth-seeking orb. And then flies at Todoroki, trying to punch him. Todoroki sends another ice thing, which, Deku just dodges again. Or not dodges, more like destroys again. So he continues flying him. And, he finally decides that he's going to use his first ninjutsu. So he moves back and he stands at the edge of the arena opposite Todoroki. He goes through a set of hand signs, appears next to Todoroki shouting, "Ice release, demonic ice mirrors." So Todoroki is surrounded by ice mirrors, with Izuku being displayed in every one of them. Izuku just kind of moves around all the ice mirrors, because that scares Todoroki, thinking, oh my god, he can use ice as well. Todoroki tries to shatter the ice with, his ice, but it doesn't work because, Izuku's is reinforced with chakra. So yeah. Todoroki then decides that since no one can see him, he might as well just try and use his fire to try and burn through it, but it doesn't work because it's also immune to fire. So Izuku gives an ultimatum to Todoroki. He's disabled Todoroki's pressure points in his legs and his arms, and he's almost out, and Todoroki's out of stamina, so Izuku says, "You've got a choice. You can either continue and stay in here until you pass out, or you can forfeit and survive, or forfeit and stay conscious." And this ultimatum works because Todoroki's like, I forfeit, Midnight calls the match with Izuku being the winner, and we move on to the next battle with Deku, which is Deku versus Bakugo. Now, the sad part is Bakugo is going to get his ass beat. So Bakugo comes up and he stands in the stadium. Deku comes up, stands in the stadium, and they stare off with each other. Bakugo, being all cocky, says he's going to win this battle because, he thinks he's better than Deku because Deku didn't show any skill that he would be impressed with. Of course, Baku doesn't know that since Deku is every Kike Genkai, he has a combustion release, which, basically negates his explosions. So, yeah. So, they have the fight, and Deku, so first thing, Baku throws an explosion at Deku. Deku dodges and kicks Bakugo in the chest, sending him flying back. Bakugo lands just before falling out the ring, runs at Deku again. Deku this time does Mud Style Mud Wall, which blocks Bakugo's attack, and then, Deku comes out from, kind of passes through the wall, kicking Bakugo out of the arena. And Bakugo doesn't realize this, so he's, pissed because Izuku's, winning, or he thinks winning, but he's already won. So Midnight was calling a match, and then Bakugo goes, the match is called, and Bakugo, after the match is called, sprints at Deku, trying to grab him by the collar, and says he's going to kill that stupid Deku for beating him. Now, everyone sees his unheroic attitude and kind of, doesn't think he's very fit to be a hero, and to be honest, neither would I. But Izuku, being the way he is, just puts him in a genjutsu and breaks his ego. So I want Bakugo to be decent, so I'm breaking his ego now before it gets too bad. Which, it was already bad right now, but Izuku put him in a Tsukiyomi to break his ego. So yeah. So that's the end of the sports festival. Deku goes up to the stand and he's first place, Baku second place, and ironically it's Ida in third place and Todoroki in fourth. So yeah, that was the end of this part. Not the end of this part, sorry. So now we're moving on to the internships. Sorry about that. So yeah, the internships come around, and yeah. sorry about that, I'm saying yeah too much. But the internship's coming around, and Izuku says he's going to go train with someone else. And, you know, as I was kind of hesitant at first, but he's, you know, kind of convinced because he thinks Izuku can take care of himself. How right he is, because so yeah, Izuku opens his portal, goes to the Naruto universe, and yeah, he is going to be doing an internship, but you'll never expect who. So when he arrives in the Naruto universe, he arrives to see everyone about to head actually, I'm gonna take back what I said last time about Momoshiki. Like, Momoshiki doesn't it's not attached yet, so this is the Momoshiki arc. Then Boruto doesn't know about the tuning exam, so take that back. So yeah, so no one knows about the tuning exams except like Konohamaru. But yeah, so Izuku arrives in the village, goes to the Hokage Tower and says thank you for the team he had, and then asks if he's allowed to, well, you know, become someone's apprentice here. And he's like, you can do the tuning exams because you're technically above gaining level, so you could do the tuning exams to advance. And, you know, Deku's like, he just did the sports festival, so he's kind of amped up to do this, so he's like, sure. So the tuning exams go to can, except with like Deku passing, and then it gets to the third and final round, yada yada yada. And this time what happens is when Momoshiki attacks, he sees Izuku. Izuku stood there. Izuku won this, but and Boruto still had his headband taken off him. So yeah, but he's gonna get it back, trust me. But so Momoshiki sees Izuku, and he's like, "Ooh, his power is immense, bigger than the Otsutsuki King." So, you know, Momoshiki comes down, he kind of tries to bow, and he's like, what is your name, young boy? Because he's kind of like, he's scared of him, so he bows his head slightly because he doesn't want to offend the boy and cause him to kill him. Izuku says, my name is Izuku, and he thinks for a second. He knows that he can't wear Midoriya anymore because, I mean, he just doesn't look it, and I'm going to say his mum died in a villain attack. I'm going to change that canon part, so Izuku's mum died. So yeah, so Izuku, let's say he doesn't have a last name, so he's gonna use the last name the Ten Tails tells him. So he asks the Ten Tails, what's his second name? And the Ten Tails says, your name is... And that's the end of this video, guys. Yep, I'm leaving you in a cliffhanger, so you have to come back next time. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this part, and I just want to say that I cracked my phone yesterday, so I'm not very up to it, but thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.